where we are at this moment in time, I think, you know, the gap between Christmas and New Year?
Gooch Week.
Gooch Week. Yeah. That's where we are. This is Gooch Month, right? So happy Gooch Month, everybody.
The FM perineum. Portsmouth is famously the Dubai of the south coast of England, to be fair. So, I don't see why they couldn't terraform that entire area. Portsea Island technically is an island already. They're already in the sea.
It's known for pistachio-based chocolates, from what I understand.
You had Portsmouth chocolate.
I just eaten the viral Portsmouth chocolate.
I've got a Portsmouth Labubu.
A Portsmouth Labubu. I think that's just a regular baby in Portsmouth. I'll come from there, I'm allowed to say it.
I'm going to be honest, I watched the trailer on mute, so I didn't... When it got to the audio advancements bit, I was like, yes, I understand exactly what's going on here. Because I play the game on mute as well, so I figured, I might as well give myself the correct experience here as to what I'm going to get when it comes out. Nothing's going to change for me.
Which is brilliant, because some people watch the trailer in 2D, because that's how they play the game. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the FM show. I am of course your host Tony Jameson, joined as always by the one and only Maggio and the ever beautiful and so softly spoken SecondYellowCard. Fellas, how are we both? Are we well? Matt, I'm going to come to you first of all.
Oh, good Lord. I wasn't expecting that. I'm terrific. It's just, it's a cold, beautiful day. One of those days when it's autumnal and crisp, and it was the perfect time to drop some Matchday Experience information.
Oh, mate, it's beautiful. The way you set that up, it sounds a lot like the first draft that Fred Durst did when he was trying to write break stuff. And when it's just one of those days. It's really soft and cold and crisp, and it would be perfect for some new release. And they went, actually, let's get rid of that. I'm angry now. So
I'm feeling like a freight train.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that, because that freight train is powered by the Unity engine, everybody. Welcome, Maggio. How are you, buddy? Are you good?
Okay, is there a freight train in the background of the trailers? I noticed the houses last week. People love my little houses tweet. I don't know why it's just the houses, but I couldn't work out if I think for some people it was sarcastic. For other people it was like a major innovation in the game. There were actually backgrounds. I am good. It's good to have both of you back. We had a bit of a chaotic week last week, myself and RDF and Alice, and chaotic the week before. I think I don't remember who we had the week, but no, we were all here the week before, right?
That's how chaotic it was.
Yeah,
it was chaotic a few weeks ago with me and Matt. Chaos. We're getting back to normal, and we're getting to a new game. Actually, I'll tell you what, I haven't been playing Football Manager, because I'm now in a lull where I'm looking at the new game, and I don't want to load up the old game. And I knew this would happen, and I've got to wait a month at least.
It does happen, doesn't it? It's in this, where we are at this moment in time, I think, you know the gap between Christmas and New Year?
Gooch Week.
Yeah. That's where we are. This is Gooch Month, right? So happy Gooch Month, everybody.
The FM perineum.
we are. And if only we were sponsored by Manscaped, it would be much smoother. So please do respond to our emails, Manscaped. You used to sponsor us. FM24, kind of like dying down a little bit. FM26 ramping up. A new Matchday Experience trailer dropped today. So, of course, loyal listeners and viewers will realise that our release schedule is ever so slightly out of sync with how all the new announcements are coming. So thank you for sticking with us, by the way, and getting videos on a Friday rather than a Thursday, or Wednesday for Patreon. Of course, we do appreciate your continued support there. But, yeah, Matchday Experience. Let's talk about that then, because that's what's dropped today. Si, you've mentioned buildings, and you didn't think that houses were a big deal, but Sports Interactive are really hitting that drum to go, we've got things behind the stadiums.
Yeah, it looks good. Do you want me to? Should we watch the match trailer, or do you want to watch it in a little bit? Do you want to talk things behind stadiums first?
Well, let's do a little bit of talk first. Then we'll put the trailer on, and we can go back through it. But yeah, backgrounds. One thing I've noticed: where's that massive car park that seems to be in everything? Where's the prison that is always there? And where's the burger van? That's the question that everyone really wants to know. Where's the burger van?
Well, the
gone?
man in the window. Is the man in the window going to be there? Do you know the man in the window? There's a tiny man in one of the windows of one of the big skyscrapers.
It does. It sounds a little bit like a documentary that's on Channel 4. The man in the window.
Dispatches investigates the man in the window.
What happened to him? Where did he go?
I've been here for 27 years.
Yes, he's been there since FM 2006 or FM 2005. So, yes, there's like, and from what I gather, they are contextual to not only what level you're at. Well, I guess what level you're at, but the more like what country you're in. So when I saw the screenshot last week, it looked some very Germanic looking houses, and it was the women's Bundesliga they were behind. And then in the images today, some of them are cityscapes, which, you know, generic cityscapes of the world, but some of them look a bit more like arid, or some of them look a bit more like, you know, one of them looks a bit more like a little UK town. I think it's like, you know, with some of them look like they got the Victorian terracing. I think it was a Burnley match. It looked like a Victorian terracing in the background, which makes sense, right? So I think, you know, that's going to be, I think that's just going to add a little bit of flavor to the feeling you're in, you know, especially when you go to an away game and like you go to some city and there's big like skyscrapers and stuff in the background, and you're coming from little old, Ebbsfleet.
Be careful where you're about to try and offend.
Ebbsfleet. I nearly made up a place name. That would have been worse. I nearly made up a place called Nobbington, which probably does exist. It's probably
Blatantly
a town in
Cheshire.
Devon, but it's probably not in the game.
Tier 14.
Yeah.
There's
definitely some
Borough.
places like that.
Nobbington.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, in Devon it'll probably just be called like Wet Hole or something, and you're like, really? This is sweet, the imagination of your place names?
Actually,
Sandy Creek.
While you're on that, there's a place between Beverley and York called Wet Wang, which I chuckle to myself whenever I drive through Wet Wang. And in Norway, there's a place called Hell. So on the sign, it literally says, "Welcome to Hell," and it seems quite nice, actually.
Belinda Carlisle told us that heaven is a place on earth, so presumably hell can be too.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Twat is a place in the Faroe Islands
And Scotland.
There you go. That's us demonetized. How many minutes in? We're 5 minutes in. We can say that now.
Welcome to the FM Geography Show, everybody.
Dildo is in Newfoundland. We could stay on this for hours. Well, if you end up in any of these places, they will have contextual buildings.
Okay, cool. Well, now this is the question, though. This is the question, Matt, on this, right? So, Sai's saying there, contextual buildings. We've seen, obviously, massive stadiums being the main selling point, wasn't it, of the new Unity engine and the graphics and the Premier League licensing. So it was like, look, here's nice big stadiums. And then they did little smaller stadiums, and all of us lower league managers were like, ooh, look at that, like smaller stadiums, brilliant. But what about if you're a little non-league club in a thriving metropolis, like, for example, say a London, maybe? Is it going to be small stadium with skyscrapers? Because I think that's going to look jarring, but it should be. It should happen, though.
I hope so, because think of the night games. It'll be like Sleepless in Seattle in there. It'll be brilliant.
Yeah.
Like the big city skyscrapers in the background with the sort of the low floodlights and like the single tier stands that are like 3 seats back and the safe standing kind of thing. I mean, is that even a thing in the lower league? That would be cool, actually, if the lower league outside of the Football League ones actually have like the safe standing stuff, or just even like normal standing. You know how it's non-league, it's just a bunch of people leaning against the advertising boardings. That's what, I mean, I don't care if it's there, but it would be nice. But it's just, it looks genuinely quite nice. Like they've actually taken time over the contextual stuff that perhaps a lot of people would have probably not cared too much about. But I think for like Matchday Immersion, if they are pushing this whole graphics update and the 3D stuff, it's nice that they've got that, and the Barrett homes all behind the stadium for the ones out in Milton Keynes and stuff. It's just, it's nice. I'd be curious to see what it's like when you're in sort of different parts of the world, whether it does look a bit, like you say, arid in certain places. Like if I'm managing in Morocco, it'd be cool if it actually looks a bit like Morocco rather than like Letchworth Garden City. You know, you want to have that differentiation, but I mean, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't, but it would just be nice.
They have to put it
I
in the
think it
game
would be
first.
nice if you get a new stadium as well, right? And your new stadium is built in an industrial estate or a retail park, like most stadiums are these days. So in the background is your new ball arena is
And the
PC
range.
World and Home Bargains and a Pizza Hut with a Costa drive-through or something. I'd like that.
I want to be able to download like a leisure park pack that gets you like a logo pack, so you can pick whether it's B&Q, Homebase, etc. in the background. That's the kind of customization I want to see out of the Unity engine.
Exactly.
Now, I think I want, like, imagine you're in London and it's like, hey, actually, there's no space for a new football stadium except for on the top of this new skyscraper.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, so when Portsmouth had fake money that didn't turn out to exist, our new stadium was going to be in the sea. I want that to happen. If Portsmouth ever build a stadium in game, I want it to be in the sea. Well, don't just say get in the sea.
And at the time, nobody questioned this Portsmouth money, did they? They went, "We want to build a stadium in the sea." Oh, what with? They must have loads of money. Surely this doesn't seem like a crazy idea at all. Then again, Sunderland built a stadium on top of a mine shaft, so you know.
Yeah.
Portsmouth is famously the Dubai of the south coast of England, to be fair. So, like, I don't see why they couldn't terraform that entire area. Portsea
have the
Island
Spinnaker
technically is an
Tower.
island already. They're already in the sea.
It's known for pistachio-based chocolates, from what I understand.
You had Portsmouth chocolate.
So I was like, I don't
I've
have
just eaten a
Portsmouth
viral
chocolate.
Portsmouth chocolate.
I've got a Portsmouth Labubu.
Portsmouth Labubu. I think that's just a regular baby in Portsmouth. I'll come from there. I'm allowed to say it.
Oh, the Pompey Bells.
The Labubu of John West or whatever his name is.
What, the tuna bloke?
The tuna bloke. He fights a bear. That's going to be a reference most people don't understand.
I don't understand it, and I'm saying it.
John Portsmouth Football Club Westwood. He's a bookshop
Oh,
owner.
yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, they stole his wig the other week, but then he got it returned to him because it smelled too much. Yeah. It's a tragic tale for another day, John Portsmouth Football Club Westwood.
But the lighting looks nice in the new game, doesn't it? Moving swiftly
Actually, I
on.
want him in the... So while we're on it, fans in the background. Good or bad?
I mean, they don't look any different, I don't think. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I don't think... Yeah, there is fans there, but what are they doing?
Is it lacking a bit of personality? Yeah, they all do the same move.
It's a bit marionette.
They're a bit better than before, but not much.
It's like the problem I always find with these things is that the fans have like two animations, which is up and down. And because of that, if they interact too closely with each other, it looks kind of like the world's most disorganized Mexican wave every time there's a goal scored or something's happening. And I think obviously you don't want to spend too much time on those things, but at the same time, it's like if you're going to either don't do it at all and just have the cardboard cutouts like COVID style, or just have a little bit more there, but it is a little bit like because the crowd is what makes the atmosphere in these things, and I think it definitely does look better, but I think that's more to do with the stadiums themselves. They look more like claustrophobic, and the fans could be another element of that, which I think maybe is a missed opportunity. Maybe we can get a pack for that too.
But let's think this is phase one. Obviously, this is phase one of the move to Unity. So, yeah, it is. It doesn't feel like a huge jump with the fans. I'm getting that. But again, I mean, I compare it to things like you know, when you look at like the WWE games and stuff, and you've got the really bad fan animations. Then you got ones that look like they're just about okay. Then they get worse again. Like, I don't think you're right, Matt. Like, don't spend all your time on fan animations, but they are a big part of the game now. And if we are trying to create this matchday experience, we're trying to create sounds. I'll get on the sounds in a minute because I've got a specific bugbear that I have with matchday sounds that I really want to express later on. They are going to have to start really working on motion capturing fans, and that is an advert that I would love to see going like fan wanted for motion capturing. Fuck off.
So good.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd have to think like thousands of them, like sort of anime. But again, that's going to then drive up more powerful PCs, and you've already got people complaining that their aged laptop might not even be able to handle the current games. So imagine that.
Imagine if that's the reason why the game won't run. Like you've got all the settings, and you realise there's like a fan setting, and basically it just goes from this to, and that's to make it run.
I think when you lower the graphics, it actually does that. It removes the fans at the lowest setting.
It kind of just sort of smooths them over so they look a little bit like, on the top of a wedding cake. That's kind of what the fans look like when you turn the graphics down.
Yeah. What they should do is turn the graphics down and all the fans disappear. So it's just empty stadium. What
happens. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what the game does at the lowest level.
I think I used to know the fans quite low just because it would do weird stuff to my GPU if I turn them down. So it just gets a bit blurry.
Puts them in soft focus.
Yeah, a bit of bokeh.
Yeah, just play with depth of field a little bit more. It's great. So fans, I'm not necessarily sure is a huge jump. Shall we talk about sounds now? Since I've mentioned it,
Go ahead.
Talk about sounds, right? I think, okay, here's TJ's soapbox for a little bit, okay? I think, because I play with sounds on when I stream, right? I don't play with sounds on when I sit in the house playing, and I haven't done historically, but now I have the sounds on because I figure it's part of the thing, right? I would like for them to take proper microphones to stadiums and create atmosphere, right? Not necessarily the chanting, but we do have to sort of look to move that in as well. But little things like, when you score a goal and you're the away team, it shouldn't be as loud a cheer as if you're the home team.
It should be slightly delayed.
Yeah? It should be delayed and it should be quieter. Yeah. And then if you're the home team, it should be louder, obviously. Or if you score a goal in the last minute, again, it should be louder. There should be sliding scales with this. And again, I know it's more complicated and it might put more pressure on processing or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a games designer, believe it or not. But I do think that sounds need to be looked at, and it should be different as well. So if I'm in the lower leagues, it shouldn't sound like I'm at a 40,000 seat stadium.
Yeah. If I'm in Spain, it shouldn't sound like I'm in Dagenham.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do make different sounds.
Like, yeah, she's got fake off, whatever Spanish accent sounds like.
Fuco off.
Yeah, that's it,
the one.
Exactly.
Fluent
That's the one. Italian. I mean, that is sort of the thing. Like when there's a corner, what I want to hear is like people down in that corner shouting at the player, or like or when there's a penalty. When there's a penalty, ooh, like the
and goal kicks.
Oh yeah, you fat man. Yeah, you need that, don't you?
Yeah, hopefully. I think we're just going to get slightly more cheery sounds.
I'm going to be honest, I watched the trailer on mute, so I didn't... When it got to the audio advancements bit, I was like, yes, I understand exactly what's going on here. Because I played the game on mute as well, so I figured, I might as well give myself the correct experience here as to what I'm going to get when it comes out. Nothing's going to change for me.
Which is brilliant, because some people watch the trailer in 2D, because that's how they play the game. Look at the advances in the graphics.
They just lay the laptop all the way down.
I think it's funny you say about the sound in the trailer and you had it turned off, because most you couldn't hear the improvements anyway, because they had that that song that's just like in all their trailers now. I don't know if you've heard. Aaron likes it. Aaron was singing it.
That sounds like Kurt Angle's music from the wrestling. It's like
that's John Cena. Yeah. It is a bit like Kurt Angle's music.
He's going to make you submit into buying it.
Kurt Angle's going to come out.
Yeah, your Star Striker is out for 3 weeks, having submitted to an ankle lock.
Yeah. I couldn't really. I'm not on board with the sounds. I'll turn them off anyway. I'm probably going to. I'll probably have them on for one game, and if I don't notice any difference, they're going off again.
The second I hear,
that's it.
I'm like, that's enough of that. Thank you.
Yeah, like it sounds like the bottom of the kettle. Like when you're like in a hotel when it's not, when you've started broiling it and you went, there's no water in that. Like that's like, oh right, okay. That's not the Copa del Rey final, is it?
No, it's the copper of terrible ibis tea. It's the
It's the copper filament. That's what that is.
I'm trying to think because I noticed a little
Copper
toggle.
del Grey. Sorry.
Copper del Grey.
Nice.
That's good. I noticed a little toggle for intro music. So you can turn off crowd sounds, but you can also toggle off intro music. Now, obviously, they have Champions League and Europa League, which I think is already there, right? But I'm like, but it's rephrased it.
Music as well, I'd imagine.
Because that kind of slaps.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Well, Tony, was it on this or was it on the football shirt?
We had it on the
social?
Football Shirt Social where you were like,
the Premier League has a soundtrack.
A Premier League soundtrack. I was like, there is.
There is.
If you've ever watched an illegal stream, there is.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, because you don't get it. You get the Sky Sports. Bap, 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 bap. That's the news one. But
Yeah, you want the Premier League one, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that's it.
Which
you
you
don't
don't
get
terrible
in-
Sky one.
Yeah, or you'd watch it on Match of the Day or
Yeah.
you'd get U2 if you're watching on ITV. So yeah, I like. Are we going to get that? Like, because the weird thing about that is we won't act. If you're a UK viewer of the Premier League, you're not going to be familiar with that theme tune. Whereas for everyone else in the world, that is how they watch it.
If you go to the matches, you are though, because it does play.
Do they? What, when they come out at the start of the match? Okay, and you know also the big like hoarding that they walk out and stand in front of? Like, do they do that every Premier League match?
I don't know.
I feel like that's like a cup final or opening day of the season kind of thing.
Yeah,
Is it
I
not
wonder
a
if they're just showing it
TV
there.
game thing?
Maybe. I think, to be fair, every game is a TV game, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't think, do teams do the lineup where they line up?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think this is
don't watch
international
that pitch.
football. Is that not an international football? I normally turn on the match when it kicks off. I'm not
Exactly. When I
pissing
get the
about
notification
it.
to say the
I
match
don't
has
listen to
started, that's when
Jamie
it's going on.
Carragher and Gary Neville argue with each other about whether Man United or Liverpool are better. Like the internet's got enough of that.
Meanwhile, it's Forest versus Crystal Palace, and you're like,
exactly.
Yeah, like why are we
going
talking about
about-
this again? Shut
Why
up,
are
Neville and
you here?
Carragher, man. Who
How
cares?
Alexander Isaac's doing.
we get it, you've both got very white shoes.
So then it's like, so they do a lineup as if they're going to sing a national anthem.
Yeah.
They
sing the
stand
Premier
there
League
for a
anthem.
second. They all stand there for the Premier League anthem, and then they walk along and shake each other's hand.
Yeah,
No, they do
pledge
shake
allegiance
each
to
other's
the
hand,
flag.
don't they? Because sometimes they refuse to shake each other's hand. But I thought they just sort of quickly did it and get it out of the way, not like
It's
the
like a
big
little dap and then on your
pageantry.
way, innit? And then change pennants or whatever those things are called.
Oh yeah, do they still do that? Can we do
Pendants.
that still?
I think they do that for like international
That's more
matches,
international,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the referee has to carry the football under his arm because he's the only one who can be trusted with it.
No, it comes
Bring
on
back the
a
remote control
car
car.
now, doesn't it? On a remote control car. No?
Well,
Have you
no.
never seen the ball come on a remote control car?
It was one of the World Cups, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the
That's
Germany
definitely
one.
World
They've
Cup.
spawned Audi car with its carbon emission limiters in it.
But
So
again,
no
though,
one knew.
imagine if that was in FM, you have to turn that off as well, like to save your graphics processor. Go, nope, no car animation, thank you.
I love the idea of that being a
yeah,
setting.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is
Just
the
the
thing, though.
Rocket
Like,
League.
because obviously the Champions League music and the Europa Leagues and the Euro Conference, that's in there, of course, and then those cut scenes and intro scenes are in. And people do say, yeah, it's nice to see the first time round, but then they just skip past it afterwards, which is fine. But the music does continue into the actual match. I've noticed when I've done that.
I've conceded goals while the music's still playing.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, it'll be interesting getting that Premier League cutscene when we start the Premier League seasons now in game. Is it going to be one of those things where it's like nice for a couple of matches and then after that you just turn it off again?
Possibly, because at least in Europe, you don't have to deal with it every single game because Europe is broken up by a load of domestic fixtures. If you load into it every single time, and also, they've got a full EFL license now, don't they? So is there an EFL music that we're going to get? Like, am I going to get promoted to League 2 with, I don't know, Ely City or whatever, and find I've got the EFL music every single time as well? Because 46 games a season of that could get a bit tedious.
Yeah,
Even better. at Christmas, does it get a little bit jingly?
Oh, bit of tambourine.
You know, a little bit wintry when it gets around the Christmas time, like they do on Sky Sports. And they're like, this is the winter break. And do you know what, at half time, do you get like a coming up matches?
Injuries are coming, injuries are coming, injuries are coming.
Actually, that would be quite good if it was seasonal when it started. And, you know, and when they do the graphics, it's got like a little snowfall graphic and ice as well.
Just a little spider in the corner for the Halloween fixtures.
Yeah, get it in there.
Instead of a football, the referee carries a pumpkin under his arm. It's like a jack-o'-lantern.
And there's an orange ball underneath it.
Oh, what? That's got to be done at some point. I'm amazed no one's done that.
Easter, they've got an egg-shaped ball. It's very confusing.
An egg shape.
Yeah. One of your players is injured, but he's back for Monday. Don't worry.
He's got a giant rock over the physio's room.
He's got to kick it out the way.
That's why intro music's on. It's like, oh my God, that's his music.
It's Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus' intro music. It's like a choir singing. What were we talking about?
Who knows? I think it started off at Matchday Sounds, then it went to the Premier League music, and then all of a sudden we're on about what would be the Halloween theme?
Well, okay, so one of the things they said is there's more cutscenes, right? But then so I don't know if you had a look at the blog version. Basically, it's only the Premier League and probably the Women's Super League. Yeah. Because it says, more cutscenes. So you get an enhanced experience in the Premier League and the Champions League and the European competitions. I'm like, but that's already there for like all of those except for the Premier League. So it's only going to be the Premier League but they didn't say Bundesliga. Otherwise, I thought they might have said like, oh, we're also enhancing the Bundesliga. But you know, there's like they keep showing this like cutscene of the trophy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, when do you actually see the trophy in a Premier League game? Like opening game of the season?
Maybe the reigning champions, maybe? But I don't recall Liverpool having that.
Or that one chance you get to see the trophy at the end of the season, which everyone then skips by accident and goes, oh, that was my trophy apparently. Like,
yeah, because you won it when you weren't actually playing. And it's the next match.
Yeah. And you never get to collect the trophy when you're away from home either. Apparently they just go, well, it's a shame you won the title. We didn't really think about bringing it. Sorry.
Helicopter's
I know you're
broken.
24 points clear, but wow.
That's what I want as a cutscene. I want the ability for the camera to pan up into the sky to see the helicopter hovering between the two stadiums. Because, as you say, it says cutscenes. What other cutscenes are there? Like,
or cut to someone engraving your name on the trophy as well. Mm-hmm.
What happened when it was Man United, Man City, and Man United were about to win the league? Yeah, they weren't. One of them was away in QPR, I think, right?
And
I guess they like Manchester already. But what did they do? Did they have it at I guess they had it at the leading team's game, which would have been Man City at the start of the game. Mm-hmm. But they probably had it like ready to run the minute the Man City whistle went, and then they immediately have to turn around and take it back into the Man City stadium.
Because United were away at Sunderland, weren't they? So that would have been
the other way around then. So it was at the City ground.
It finished, and then of course the Etihad went on longer, didn't it? So
yeah.
But yeah, I think they need to have that. But then again, that ties back into the thing that I was saying months ago about match immersion and those moments. These are when you need the cutscenes. This is when like a match is still ongoing, but there's another match that impacts something. Having a little sort of like thing in the corner, picture in picture or something, some like goal flash or alert. That's what you need to create drama, surely.
Especially like end of season when it is like that, or cup, or when it's like the Champions League group stage or whatever, things that make a difference.
Well, it's not in, but if international management was a thing, World Cup standings, of course, when you have those games that play head to heads, that third round fixture. But yeah, like
they don't
really.
They've changed the World Cup, Tony. Don't look at it.
Oh, I didn't watch the last one.
It doesn't make a difference now. Yeah.
They've got 112 teams now, isn't it? That do.
Apparently they want 64 for the 2030 one. That's what I heard this morning. Apparently FIFA are trying to put that on the table now. I think we'll also be involved in it at this rate.
But us three? What we're taking part in the world? It's literally just anybody turns up can play.
We can get all you got to do is bow to the Saudi prince, and then you get to go.
Oh, got the so close. We'll reform it.
We can do it. We can represent a little nation state Zealand or something. Not Zealand. There is a nation state called Zealand, not
It's the one on the oil rig,
New
isn't it?
Zealand, and not Zealand, the FM streamer who has played from a different micronation state now in Micronesia, I think. Right?
Marshall Islands.
Did he
wasn't
play Marshall Islands? Yeah. Well, how is he?
Named after the amplifiers.
Is Marshall Islands one of the ones that's not FIFA registered? I think it might be, right?
I think they are. Oh, yeah. I think it was something like that.
That'll be how they got away with it. So yeah, there are a few like that. So I've not seen Zealand's video on it, but there is a Principality of Sealand, which is just off the coast of Essex, which is like a little oil rig.
Which is land.
Yeah, they play in that non-FIFA
Conifer
tournament.
or something.
There's about 5 or 6, and they fight with each
course.
other. They can't decide which of the non-FIFAs is the non-FIFA.
No, I'm more unaffiliated than you. Like,
Yeah,
It's a bit like
that.
boxing at this point, isn't it? Going, I'm the unofficial champion.
I watched a video. It had a split like boxing. So basically, there was going to be a tournament, and it was going to be held in Italy, I think in San Marino or somewhere. But then Luxembourg decided, oh, we want to hold it, and we'll offer a load of money for it. And then like they basically paid all the other teams to come play in their tournament and not in the tournament which was already existing. It's messy business. I've probably messed up which countries they are, but it's certainly an interesting. I want that in Football Manager, by the way. Put that in Football Manager.
start using those FIFA nations that aren't actually in FIFA. Those ones at the end of the world rankings that haven't got a number next to them. I want to play as, what's it called? Saint Pierre and Miquelon.
I mean, at this stage, at this state of play, I want international teams in Football Manager. Never mind nations that don't exist.
Imagine they can't put the FIFA ones in, but they can put the non-FIFA ones in. So you're only
playing
allowed
Greenland.
to register for unrecognised microstates. So you can go and play for Zealand, or you can play for the Catalan national team, or you can play for I think there's one in the Netherlands that's like. It's like a section of the Netherlands, like the height.
Right, okay.
But just like weird little ones like that.
I think if they're going to take international management out, go one step further and take all reference to international anything out. So players' nationality should just say yes. Just leave it there. Just demand.
He has one.
Basically, you've had enough of registration rules. You could have.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? If there's no international, just get rid of the rules as well. Just change all football.
If there's no internationals, how are players going to get visas?
Yeah. Work permits are all going to fail because no one's going to get any international. Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, could you imagine?
How are you going to work the work permit rule around? Your player has to play 70% of international games. Great, there isn't any.
I think they still
Everyone gets a work permit.
Or don't. Or there's going to be loads. There's going to be a lot of angry people and a lot of very, very, very happy people about certain ways that the immigration could work.
Imagine if they just hadn't thought about that, and then you load into the game and you just can't sign anybody from outside England.
I don't want to imagine it. I think there's a very distinct possibility something like that happens. It'll be something silly like all the women's footballers are registered to the men's national teams, or something like that. Where they're all like they have the registration.
That sounds like an FM experiment video that's getting made anyway,
video.
doesn't it? Like
Harry Kane and Alicia Russo up front.
What a strike force!
Yeah.
Can the England men finally win something? Well, we add the women in. That's how we do it.
They can, with Chloe Kelly.
Yeah. We play the men all the way up to the final, and then in the final we play the women. That'll be the way.
Just 11 Chloe Kellys.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got new cutscenes of trophies that we've already seen. I mean, that's the other thing, right? If these new cutscenes amount to the cutscenes that they've showed us in the trailers, then it's like, oh, well, okay. But you're not even going to get it as like a new game experience. Whereas if you'd have seen it in the game, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. The trophies there or whatever.
I mean, I must say that's the closest to the Premier League title I'm ever going to get, really, is seeing it in a teaser trailer. So I'm just glad that they've shown me what it might look like. I'd be like, that's interesting.
They take it on tour to weird places. Have you never touched the Premier League title?
Oh yeah, we went to the National Football Museum. So yeah, technically that is the closest I've got to it by standing next to it. Yeah, but
yeah, you can't get much closer, Tony. Well, you're going to get in it.
I've never licked the
to be
Premier
fair,
League
I was
trophy.
trying, but they were not. They were not happy.
was already a bloke in it. It's like a genie that lives in the Premier League trophy.
7 smaller trophies.
It's,
Substitution one at the very bottom.
yeah, that's where Dennis Wise lives nowadays.
So we've got cutscenes, we've got some match day sounds, we've got crowds, we've got contextual backgrounds for stadiums and smaller stadiums. We've got a nice bit of lighting. Lighting looks nice.
Oh yeah, so it changes time of day, changes with the stadium. You get the reflection of the stadium on the pitch. I think it actually makes a big difference.
We haven't seen
I like that on
weather yet.
FM24 as well. Sorry, Matt.
I feel like there hasn't been any indications of weather yet. All the match
They
footage
said-
we've seen has
Good
been
point.
dry.
It's in the blog.
It is okay, good, because like all we've seen
Yeah.
is nighttime dry, daytime dry in different levels of light, but there's not been any indication of like light rain, heavy rain, snow, fire, other various weather conditions that you can get in the game in theory. Which I thought was a bit interesting. I'd like to see how that
it's
affects
in-
things like the pitch look.
I'll try and see if I can find the phrase that they used, but it was something like snow and.
Okay, I read the blog on mute as well.
Generally, that's how you do it.
It's weird because I read it in 3D and it just goes.
Oh wow!
Just the words
I'm
coming
only
at you.
reading in 2D.
It's like the Hollywood sign.
I turned off women to read it, so you know have that. Right, where's the matchday experience?
It's great when you load the, it's great when you load the blog up and the intro music plays as well. I'm like, I thought I'd turn that off as well.
There's a cutscene when you load the block.
It just cuts to someone typing.
It's all the letters lining up and dapping each other.
Well, like a word art. Just joins.
The handshake line is just the sentences crossing over.
I swear it said snow. Oh yeah,
better be
okay.
snow.
So
said
the
no snowflakes.
FM26 experience snowflakes. They're already half the customer base. Not the half that watch our videos. You guys are all very nice. Thank you very much and listen. You know, nice comments down below, please. Not horrible ones. I think we've weeded most of those out. The FM26 experience is also elevated by a new pitch shader. This enables more detailed and authentic looking surfaces and makes weather effects like rain and snow much more evident.
Okay.
There we go.
They've acknowledged it, which is something. Because if they just ignored it, I'd be a little bit worried that we're living in some weird world where it never rains again, and then the universe you're playing in has much bigger issues.
That's
Well, we're also
Saudi
playing
Arabia.
in a universe where there is no internationals, so we might as well get rid of weather as well.
At least FIFA's gone.
I suppose there is that. Yeah.
Every cloud. There's no rain in it.
Just got rid of them as well.
So the background, we've also done significant new work on the environments around your ground as well, meaning your team's home ground now better reflects the location, stature, and standing of your club.
I like that. I wonder how that's going to apply when you build new stadiums. Like, because obviously you won't be building in the same place. A lot of the time with the way that real estate is, you end up having to build, especially in large cities. Most of these, like for example, when Brighton built their new stadium, it was quite far out of the city, isn't it? And like, I wonder if that will be, I mean, I don't suppose that will be reflected. Most likely it goes, because of the way the editor works, it's like, this is the type of city in the local population. And it kind of just maps on a certain infrastructure around it based on that. But how cool would that be? I probably wouldn't even notice. But
You could do
I
a
would like
Hoffenheim and have a stadium that's 10 times the size of the town's population.
yeah. Or in the sea.
I would like it. I would like it as well if you build a bigger stadium. You've been in a small stadium, right? And you build a bigger stadium, but next to it is loads of massive hotels that they've built as well. Right at the same time, you're like, oh, okay, so we did find space for that, did we?
Yeah, cinema.
Yeah, just build it all up. As I say, I like that retail park idea I had from earlier. Like, oh, there's my new stadium, and there's Frankie and Benny's. Good.
To be fair, my local is literally on a retail park.
They all are. Like
It's
York
brilliant.
City's is in a retail park. You've got to spend £5 at one of the shops to get your parking valeted. Like that's literally. Yeah. It's got Hollywood Bowl attached to it as well.
Oh,
We just got City World.
we always
It's
do.
got
Like,
City World as well. Yeah.
so have you ever been to the NEC, which there's not actually a football stadium there, but obviously a big arena? The best thing to do is to go park in Resorts World. And if you buy anything, your parking is like £2 rather than paying the 20 quid for the NEC parking. So you can buy you can go and buy like macaroons or something for like £5, and then or Five Guys, and then you get your parking for £2.
If you buy Five Guys, it'll cost you more than the parking.
I was just thinking that, like, Five Guys is never cheaper than anything. The stadium cost about the same as Five Guys. Like, this is why whenever I go to watch York City, and everyone thinks I'm like, this sort of like Tory football fan, because I always turn up with sushi, because I've got to go and spend £5 at Marks and Spencer's, right, just to get me parking valid.
You always turn up with sushi. You're like the guy.
Hey, a couple of Californian dragon rolls, and it'll set you up nicely for non-league football. That's all I'm saying.
Turning up on the penny farthing's a bit much, though.
It's true.
It was the pocket watch and the monocle I think they were laughing at.
Yeah. Who's the referee with a monocle? Oh, it's me. That's mine. Sorry, my mistake.
You've got a little
I
bowler
doff my
hat
hat
as well.
for you. I doff my hat.
Got one of those like spinny things.
The klaxon. Yeah. Good game, everyone. Good game.
Where's my wooden chair?
Sound the air raid.
All right, we want monocled bowler hat wearing individuals in our crowds, please.
Oh, we do. But I've seen some of the new animations on the current game, and I think that might struggle. So let's just work with what we've got so far. Because actually, there's a point. Like, we're looking at the new graphics, and we are aware that we're onto Unity now. And the more we're seeing of it, because we saw little snippets, didn't we? And now we're seeing more. What's your thoughts? Has it been a massive leap, or is it a little sort of flash of an ankle as to where it might be, or is it not much movement at all?
It looks a little, the more I look at it, the more I see of it, the more it looks a little bit like FM24, 3 FM24s in a trench coat. Kind of like wearing like a Unity skin suit. There's certain things I see, I'm like, I recognize that animation. I recognize that build-up play. It's like the same thing. It's like, when we went from like standard definition television to HD, but you're still watching Coronation Street. Like, it felt a little bit like that. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that maybe they're just not showing there. But I was thoroughly whelmed by it, I guess, is the best way to look at it. Because maybe I'm just not the target audience for like the super high graphic-y stuff, because I'm more interested in how it plays. And I think a lot of people probably listening are as well. But you still want it to look nice while it's doing it, right? Because it's all very well if the cake tastes delicious, but if it does look like poo, it's still going to be a little bit off-putting.
It's a harder sell, isn't it?
It's a harder sell, exactly.
Honestly, it tastes lovely. It looks like shit, but it's really nice.
Precisely like that. I'm never going back to Greg's. And it's just, as long as it plays well, I won't care about that sort of stuff. But I feel like part of the way it looks with the animations is at least part of it playing well, because you want the goals to look like sort of as close to real goals as you can, really. And there was a few things, even in that trailer, where I saw some things where the players looked like they were ice skating a little bit. It looked like they weren't even that they're steps, but they would just be sliding on the ground. And I was like, it worries me that was in a launch, well, not a launch, but like a trailer for the game, because I'm just thinking, if that's one of the things that you thought was worth showing, it does worry me slightly. But maybe I'm just nitpicking. Hopefully, I am.
I'm going to bring it
to nitpick. While Sai does this, there was one bit. Just while Sai does this, there was one bit on the advert, on the trailer, where they say that obviously they've motion captured for women, which we know they're going to do, and that's brilliant because of course, women do move differently to men, and they do have to make sure that when they put this into the game that it looks proper. You don't just want the men's motion capture with longer hair. That would be an absolute disservice. But there's one moment where the ball comes in and we've made it look like real women. And the ball comes over and she shins it into the goal. And I'm like, that's the wrong time for that animation to land with that text, because you just need to show one where they volley it perfectly. And I'm
just
like,
a normal shot.
I like that. I'll be honest. I like that animation. So the ones where they are reacting to the ball in the air and they don't quite hit it perfectly, or they've got momentum or whatever, rather than it because I feel like in FM24, if that was coming in, she would perfect volley it. So it would drop perfectly onto her foot and she would volley it, or it just wouldn't happen. Whereas now the fact it could hit her knee or her shin or her chest or wherever and go in the goal or not in the goal, I think it's okay, it makes, I've never seen a player in Football Manager shin the ball.
Okay, no, fair enough.
It doesn't feel like stuffed shots or anything.
Yeah, I just think that it was the wrong frame for that particular text line, if that makes sense.
It was an odd place to show that, I suppose.
Yeah. And goalkeepers as well. I'm sorry. I've seen... I feel as though goalkeepers might be an issue. I think.
They've always been an issue.
Yeah, but it's always the animation of a goalkeeper always like going down on one knee, like as if they're proposing at the near post. And then there's the bit in the adverts you'll show a bit later on where they punch the ball out and then they leave all of the goal like open for the striker to score. And I'm like, I can see that happening at a really important time in many matches in my lifetime.
Well, they did get professionals into motion capture it. They just didn't tell you it was Andre Onana.
Yay!
He's gone from the Premier League now, so he can't. I'll have to find a new goalkeeper to take the mick out of.
Yeah, let's play the teaser then. Come on, Si.
This isn't the trailer, actually. This is from the blog. This is in the trailer, but I think this might be like half a second longer. But it's something they highlighted in the blog, which it was to do with player dribbling and running. And to me, this exemplifies the ice skating. Because I looked at the way, I think it's supposed to be Saka. I looked at the way Saka is running here and I thought, it doesn't look like a normal person runs, but they're like, we've motion captured this running and used Hawkeye. They've obviously got Hawkeye licensed, and this is how he runs. So let me know what you think of this moment here. So it's Arsenal for the audio listeners. It's Saka's picked up the ball and he starts running and then he hits it low and in the goal. Do you think like that's how
he slides past the midfielder, doesn't he?
Yeah, like there's a moment there he slides like quite a bit, and I don't think like I know that obviously they've not mapped. It's hard because I have been playing EAFC this week, and EAFC does like start to make the players run like those players run. So a good example would be Raheem Sterling. Everyone knows how Raheem Sterling runs. He runs with his bum sticking out a little bit, right? And his back arched. Nina always says he's got his little bum out. To me, she loves Raheem Sterling. Shame he doesn't play the bit. But it's like and I feel like Saka is like, actually, he's probably not too dissimilar. I can't think how Saka runs, but I don't think he runs like that. And that was like, this like, maybe takes it out a bit. There probably is a professional footballer who does run like that. Like maybe like, I don't know, Lewandowski or someone, but it's like, no, I don't feel like that's how. Yeah, actually that's Haaland. Haaland runs like that. He like leans in and like runs like, like he's.
The ball doesn't seem to touch his foot. Do you know what I mean? Like we're a few pixels, like it does, but like it's a few pixels out and it's like, I mean, look, I don't know if I'm trying to nitpick or whatever and expecting it to look like a huge, huge jump. There's certain moments when I look at the animations and the graphics and I think, there's definitely like more texture there. The players look better. But then I look at some other angles and I'm like, it's a bit cartoony. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not getting consistency throughout. And whether this is all different stages of builds or whatever, because it does still say, actual game footage, not final. We know that. When were all of these images captured? Has it been brushed up? I don't know. But yeah, there's a few moments where I look at it and go, it's a bit blocky or it's a bit cartoony. And I don't know whether my expectations have gone up a bit more than it maybe should.
Like, I don't think that particular goal actually looks that bad. I think the dribbling it looks a lot better than it does in FM24 for sure. It wasn't the bit I was thinking of in the main trailer, because I haven't seen these particular bits, but there was a bit in the main trailer, or like the 3 minute 13 video, where it's a shot from behind the goal. And I think it actually is still Saka, weirdly, again. So maybe they have just got something about the way that he's dribbling, where almost his legs basically don't really move that much, but he carries his body like over what would be considered like a meter in movement, and it just looks so strange. I can't remember exactly whereabouts in the trailer it even is, but it just threw me. I think it's there, actually. Yeah, this bit here. Or maybe it's not Saka. It's actually not. I think that's a German game, actually. But I think it's this guy on the ball here.
Where he weaves in and out. Yeah, and he sort of floats through, doesn't he?
It looks like he's floating, yeah, if this is the bit that I think it is.
I'm gonna half speed it because it will allow us to look at it a little bit better. But if you're an audio listener, this is
going to be awful for you.
There's a team playing in green and a team playing in red, which is also not great for visual watchers who are colorblind.
No, it's a great header off the line, but then the defender does a fantastic job.
It might be this one actually.
Well, it's still Bundesliga, but yeah, improved player intelligence. This is the standing up and like trying to make a decision before they make a move. I like that. That's something that wasn't really in Football Manager before.
Weirdly, it looks better in slow motion, actually, now that I'm paying attention. Maybe I was just... It might have just been that the version of it I was watching when I was watching it on Twitter was just a little bit janky.
Oh, the Twitter one. Yeah, it probably was the Twitter one. It's probably like skipped some frames on Twitter.
Yeah, I find that it just looked a bit stuttery again, like the original one did. But then I watched the YouTube version. It looked better, but it still didn't look great.
There is still some weird stuff, like no one else jumped for that ball just then. Okay, what did you think about this? Did you see that then? What did you think?
New corner angles are nice. That's a good point. I do like the new corner angles. Yeah.
And look, when you're in the corner, you can look and you can see all the city in the background.
Yeah.
All these buildings. They look, I don't know, we're making a big deal out of these buildings as if they're amazing. They look like, I mean, City Skylines probably has better looking buildings and they're like at a macro scale. And it probably is just, imagine you're just playing in someone's City Skylines game. Like they're playing along their City Skylines and they just look down in the little stadium in their City Skylines and there's a match happening and it's your match.
Crossover I know I didn't need, but now I kind of do.
I do need that crossover.
Are they both? They're not both Sega. Yeah. Which
also, how is the keeper not saving that?
Yeah.
I know. And then is it here as well? There you go.
Outside of the foot.
Do I want a behind the goal shot during the match?
Oh, this is the one. This is the keeper. Keeper comes, punches it.
Then just stands
and then volleyed in from 20 yards into an empty net, 25 yards.
Like that keeper should have adjusted his footing like straight away.
Yeah, punch it out wide. Don't punch it back into the danger area.
Yeah, I did like the animation on that like half volleyed cross though. They do just look better. It feels like they look like more like they're making contact with the ball at least, even if the collision mechanics are pretty much non-existent between the players.
There's the burger van. There's the burger van and the team bus.
That looks like a burger.
Well, when we were at Slough, there was a burger one, but what did I think I had like a duck wrap or something.
Yeah,
I was like, this is Slough Town.
Chicken as well, didn't there?
Yeah. To be fair, it was Slough Town versus Hemel Hempstead, or it was Hemel Hempstead or Hampton and Richmond. I don't remember which one. One of those very posh, two very posh places, whichever way you look at it. It's like, of course, they have a duck wrap van. I think there is a bit of sliding, but. That was a good finish. I think it looked like that's off his shoulder. Like you wouldn't have seen that in FM before, I don't think.
Yeah.
And the way he's hit that then, I don't think you've seen that. I think the aerial balls and the way their body connects with the aerial balls is better. But maybe that's because you don't see the sliding when they're in the air.
Maybe. It does look better on second watch than it did the first time. And I had only seen it once through properly. So maybe I was judging it a little bit too harshly. The dynamic highlights, that is really cool.
Yeah, that could be great, couldn't it?
Ooh, you're like 1-1 final of a match and it just slows it down to comprehensive for the final few minutes. I try to do it when I'm streaming anyway. If I'm chasing a goal, I'm like, we're not having this where we just watch a timer tick over like a bomb that I can't defuse. You know, we're turning it down to comprehensive.
This is interesting as well. Dynamic sideline view.
I think that's where you get like the corners and the behind the goal and stuff like
that. I think that's like director because they've not got that there anymore, I notice.
Yeah, that's true. It's broadcast behind the goal, aerial, tactical.
And 2D classic, it's still there.
2D classic, yeah, exactly, yeah. So well done everyone who for 2D mode still in.
Yeah. Well, talking of 2D mode still in, you could.
Yeah, I want to talk about this because
I don't like it. Actually, I'm not happy.
I don't know. No,
I think the screen is a waste of space.
Yes,
the amount of space around there that could be showing useful information. It's almost like you've got it as a pop-up in your desktop window.
Yeah, for audio listeners, we're looking at what we presume is what's meant to be on in between highlights, like what used to be
it is.
Yeah, so you get this 2D, incredibly like sort of Benny Hill super speed up 2D match of what's happening with both formations either side, a load of dead space, and then what looks like, IP, and then 3 little toggles on tactics.
IP.
And it's not intellectual property, is it?
No. I guessed, and I think others have guessed, that it's in possession. But
the other thing here is the latest scores, it shows 3 matches. Most leagues tend to have more than 3 games. I know there's a scroll bar, but like, why are we having to scroll on a screen that has the real estate to just show more information?
Yeah.
Why is there a scroll bar?
Scaling.
Well, and why does the scroll bar look like a scroll bar from Windows 98?
Yeah.
It
It's
sort
like
of doesn't
very
suit the
thick
rest
and
of the
it's got,
screen.
No, yeah, like a modern day modern day scroll bars are a lot less. If you're wondering now, go look at like the scroll bar on like whatever window you're in, if you're on a PC or whatever,
Even
and
in
you'll probably
FM24.
find it's like
Yeah.
it's rounded, right? Like your scroll bars are not so blocky that they used to be.
They're usually quite minimalistic.
Yeah, they're a lot thinner now, and they quite often they only show up in context as well.
Yeah.
You know, when you hover over that side of the screen. Like I'm looking at my one on Chrome and it's like, that is definitely an old Windows one. The only time you ever see that is if you're deep in Windows settings where they haven't updated it in a long time and you're like, why am I messing? I shouldn't be in this part of Windows. This is risky territory. And it's like, yeah, all that wasted, like that amount of space that they have at the bottom of the scroll bar is the amount of space that they're wasting at the top of the screen.
And the sides.
And
especially
the
the top,
sides
yeah.
as well. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could literally just move it up that many pixels, right? Also, hang on, wait. Now, okay, I've just noticed something, and I think it's going to be because this is a mock-up. Look at match stats and match events, and look at the borders of them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see on my screen.
They are slightly
zoom?
different colours almost.
Yeah. Different
Can I
sizes as
zoom?
well. Are they ever so different sizes? I can't even see
No.
my
I don't know
glasses
if
on.
we're going to get the zoom to be able to show you. If you look on your own, there is actually
weird?
two borders that are off center,
Oh, yeah.
almost like
It's been
they've
pasted
put
over the top.
yes, like a bad Photoshop in both cases, and they're not aligned like with everything else. Like the match stats one is slightly lower, and this match events one is actually quite significantly lower. Then it goes up
Yeah.
again to formation.
That
I think that's
and
just.
the formations at the bottom of the pitches are cut off slightly. I know that's like meaningless, but it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, in
why
the
is that
corners,
the
yeah.
case? Why is it not just, I know it's like work in progress and all that. It's just odd. Like, it seems like with all that extra screen real estate, clearly there's little toggles at the top of those things that let you scroll between different things on match stats, but surely just have that fill more of the screen and then just show more of it on one panel. This is the things that worry me. It's like, why are we adding clicks?
Yeah. And then, like, look at the substitution button down here. We've got substitute. Wolverhampton Wanderers have made a substitute. Do it, which you can't click. Cross, down arrow, empty box unhighlighted, empty box highlighted.
And expand to read the thing that could actually just have been in there anyway.
Yeah, if they made it wider and larger and maybe slightly. Like, I'm going to be putting this on a 4K screen. Like, things can be smaller. And if you're on a smaller screen, then you could have less things on the screen and just use these little toggles, right? This doesn't look customizable.
No. It's
No,
almost
it doesn't,
like
does it?
having to use a piece of software on your computer, but you can only use the taskbar. And you have to keep expanding out different windows from it, or like trying to navigate something on your phone, but you can only use the system notification tray or something. It's like there's all this space available to you. Why? I don't know. It just seems like I can't understand a reasoning why beyond aesthetics, which is fine and all, but I don't know how it would look any aesthetically worse if it just filled more of the space and showed a little bit more information.
Why is there a tiny shirt in the Wolves?
Presumably that's to let you know what colour the team is.
Because the other side's
Yeah,
got
but
one
no,
as well.
these are the colours of teams, but there's a tiny shirt in there.
I think the other one actually
Yeah,
has a
that's what
tiny
I
shirt
mean.
in it too. It's just like kit clashing with itself.
Yeah, like a white shirt on top of a white circle.
On the other one. Yeah, but this one's a white shirt on top of a yellow circle.
Presumably
it should be
That's
black
just
though,
like the
shouldn't it?
icon.
But then if you had a yellow shirt on top of a yellow circle, then it would just be a yellow circle, the same as the white shirt, and the white circle should be white.
Colours with Tony Jameson.
Does it give us a different match? Oh, hang on. We got
to zoom in on it. There you go.
Yeah,
Is there a kit in there? I think there is a kit in the
yeah.
Spurs one.
I think so.
It's like one of those optical illusions.
This is the colourblind
now you
test,
can
isn't
see.
it?
Even don't ask me for colourblind testing. Even on they do it with those dots as well. What number can you see?
Yeah, when we're taking advice from you, Si, no offence, but
I know,
we can't see this.
But look, there's a corner to the bottom. We're kind of being stupid because this is obviously just a mock-up in Figma
Yes.
or whatever tool they use, right? This isn't. Well, no, because this is running. This isn't
Could still be like a
It says
video
non-final
mock-up.
capture. Just say non-final capture. So
Right. Well, I hope they realign everything before they release it, so everything's in the box where it should be, and not
honest,
3
if it
pixels
plays right
out.
and it's a little bit misaligned, I'll forgive them.
Oh, I don't know if I could.
some
It's a
Worst
people,
game
perfect
ever.
game, but it's misaligned. Size like, nah, I'm out.
I know. Yeah, that's it. Misalignments. Look, if they can't get that right, how are they going to get the VAR line right, the offside line? Yeah, what do you reckon? Goalkeepers.
It looks
No,
like
I've
the
not seen a
goalkeeper's
goalkeeper
arms
made a
are never
save in this.
outstretched enough.
No, they did mention they improved goalkeepers as well at some point. I don't think it's. Is it in the? I don't think it's actually in the video. They talk about camera angles and then they talk about replay camera angles, which made me laugh because I was like, well, they're just different. You can select a different angle for your replay, right? What's the difference there? Yeah, the goalkeepers. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe it's obviously they've just selected some shots that they've managed to capture because they don't force the game to do these shots. So they're kind of at the whim of their own game in early access. Finding a clip that actually does everything that they want it to do as well. So there's no bugs showing in that clip or anything.
Yeah, of course.
So hopefully when we get that,
As I
that's
said,
a nice
it would-
little side foot.
Yeah, but it would be interesting though, to actually see some footage of a goalkeeper making a save.
There it goes,
There,
making
he
a
makes
save
it
right
there,
there.
Tony.
Yep, yeah. And then what does it lead to? A goal.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Chalk it down. He's done a save. Yeah.
How like where here we can look at the backgrounds a little bit. Where's your brain at the minute? Like I was pretty high before. I'm still feeling pretty good. Like I said, I can't play the current game at the minute. That looks nice at night time.
It does,
tough,
but
isn't
then,
it?
But then they look a bit odd. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like I think I was an 8-9. I don't know whether am I still an 8? Am I 7? I don't know. That
Aesthetically,
pitch texture's odd, isn't it?
it almost looks like the Windows logo.
Yeah.
There's been
They've
sort of
got,
slapped upon it.
what they've gone with is they've got a massive potato waffle and just put it on top of the pitch and just like mowed around the squares.
It's
It's a Belgian team.
This is it's actually non-league. It's national league.
Sutton United, isn't it?
Sutton versus
Solihull Moors.
Solihull Moors.
maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
and just over here on the right-hand side is the new Enterprise National League logo. For all those people last week who were saying, "Oh, there's no non-league, there's no National League in the game, there's no National League in the game," it is there. It just they hadn't happened to have selected those leagues to show you the women's leagues last week. But yeah, this is what a non-league stadium would look like because everyone knows in non-league towns there's just like trees. No one has a garden. We all share one giant garden and it's just trees. I thought this was like the more arid. It's very orange, isn't it? The background to this. Sutton. I thought this was maybe the overseas, but they've all been UK and Germany, haven't they? Because I guess they want to show off the licenses.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that
that looks really good.
That's got to be like Manchester or something, right?
Potentially, like the
What
one they
would be
had one that was showing a
interesting-
Man United Chelsea game that looked really good with the lighting. And I think that generally speaking, the lighting and the general aesthetic does actually look so much better, and it's really good. But I'm still feeling good about that sort of stuff. It's just since we've not really seen anything to do with actual, like, because most of the time we spend a lot of time in the menus and in the gameplay and like things like scouting, recruitment, squad management, and so far we've not really seen anything to do with that. And that's the bit that not worries me, but I'm more sort of apprehensive about because we have to engage with that way more than, I mean, obviously we have to engage with the matches, but at the end of the day in the match day thing, you're sort of just watching a lot of the time while making little tweaks here and there. It's the actual, you do the meat and potatoes work outside of the matches, and hopefully that is like a good quality of life experience where everything's easy to access, findable when you need it, and works. And more importantly, it's just fun.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I've just had an idea as well for a cutscene. Sorry, I know it's maybe going off on a slight tangent, but you see when we had the image of the stadium, and you're like, oh, that might be Manchester, yeah,
Yeah.
So if it was a derby game, you know, you always have like on Sky, there's always like that helicopter shot, isn't it, that shows just the close proximity of the two stadiums. That would be quite nice having something like that again, just to give it a bit of a vibe that there's
The bus coming in.
actual
They
relevance
don't have
to
licensed stadiums, though.
No. But you wouldn't have to have licensed stadiums. Like, but you could still the game understands that there are, you know, 2 stadiums within a city, you know, so you could just mock it up. I mean, that's not the actual stadium, but they've still built one, haven't they? Like, they could still build another stadium a little bit further into the graphics, into the world, a little bit further down, and go, look, that's the other stadium. It's got red cantilevers on rather than blue. That's the other team. You know, they could do it. Which again, we'd skip after the first time of seeing it, going, yep, great, done it.
But you'd need a new graphics card just to load the second stadium, and like you'd have to turn off the second stadium in the settings, and it's a whole palaver.
True. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Just, you know, like do an ordnance survey map instead, just for 2D.
Wait, this stadium looks like the weirdest. Like the surroundings of this stadium are all like that, like brown muddy grass, and it's like, what football stadium do you know that isn't completely concreted around it?
Yeah, where's the car
at least
parking?
like most of the way around? Yeah. I mean, that's a very tall stadium. This one, I don't know.
It looks a bit like St James's Park. That one.
I think that's maybe what it's designed upon, isn't it?
Okay, there's this. Is that the Solihull one? That's the Solihull one, isn't it? Or Sutton?
Yeah, it's next to the local comprehensive
It
post
looks
office.
exactly
in the
like that. That's A block.
Yeah,
I think that's Joe Hart in goal. What's he doing down at Sutton United?
Yeah, I also saw as well, and this was something I was worried about. I've seen as part of the trailer referees in coloured boots.
Yeah, right there. He's wearing blue boots.
I know.
Get it gone.
Game's gone.
Oh,
Game's gone.
no.
Have a word, ref.
I've
Yeah.
just looked at something and it's going to kill me.
Is it this lady here that's like 3 in on the presumably Bournemouth kit, who's like looking around to, I don't know if she's like trying to scan to see if her family are there
This
or whatever.
one.
Everyone else is looking forward. Another blonde lady who's next to the goalkeeper.
That one?
Yeah.
And she's like slightly tilted. It's not her at
Yeah.
all. Although she's up there. It's actually the one the other side of the goalkeeper. Although she also counts. She's a bit taller, so maybe she can get away with it. Would you look at their hands?
Are they disproportionately large?
But yes, their hands are as big as their heads. That is a petite lady, and she has very giant hands. It looks like she's wearing oven mitts.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right, I'm going to get you out of this one side. The referee looks tiny next to 2 clearly massive bodyguards. As the
those are
Yeah,
just
that's
Wetherspoon's bouncers.
They are.
it looks-
I mean, this guy has been at the gym, hasn't he? Yeah, I did not mean to make what might have sounded like a sexist joke there.
Those are to protect the players from people like you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at these ones down this end as well. Giant hands. The hairstyles look. Some of them are a bit blocky as well. Like
That's what I mean, going back to what I was saying before about like some of the graphics look really, really smart and some look a bit cartoony and a bit blocky. So it's like, yeah, just
I
that
think
consistency throughout.
that Bournemouth captain. She looks like the one from I don't know which soap opera it is.
I know exactly who you're thinking of. Is it Gail Platt?
I don't watch soaps. Is she from Coronation Street?
I think it's Corey. Yeah, I know. I can't even see it because it's like zoomed out, but I still know exactly what you mean.
I'm gonna go Coronation Street characters. She's probably been
it's
killed because
Gail Platt or something, maybe.
Yeah,
or is
yeah,
that
I think
like a
you're
BBC
right.
presenter?
Gail.
This is where we found out her daughter plays for Bournemouth.
Yes, it is. It is her. Right, let me share with you. Right, it's a shame it won't let me zoom in on the trailer. Can I? No. So you'll have to imagine this lady here, who, if you're listening, get to the part where it shows the nighttime scene. It's the one who is there as, let's say, Bournemouth's captain.
Between the referee's assistant and the goalkeeper.
Yeah. And I think it's
Yeah, it's the same person. It's the same person.
Yeah. It's this haircut, isn't it? It's that haircut.
the hair.
Look, that's
Yeah, that's the hair, innit?
Oh, she's gone. Wow. Yeah,
That's why they had to move to
cast
the
of-
Unity engine. They couldn't do that on the previous engine.
So yeah, there's something not quite right about the way some of them look.
It's the way they're standing. They're almost like, ooh, like just
like, yeah, this one here is like pushing her belly out. This one here is pushing her belly out. They're like leaning back like they're like orangutans.
I wonder if it's just because it's like mid animation and it just looks a little bit strange. Yeah. I don't even know who this team is. I assume that's it's Bournemouth and
Brighton
Blackburn
and
Rovers
Bournemouth,
return.
Possibly. Blackburn Rovers return. Oh, amazing.
I think that's Emmerdale.
Well
but
done.
Still.
Well done.
Let's see if they look. They're checking their boots and stuff.
Yeah,
the men's ones don't look too bad. The men's ones, though, we don't get a front shot of the men.
I think these might be the exact same animations on both of this bit, because I suspect that the change, like the sexed animations that they probably use, are more to do with like the movement animations rather than like the lineup animations. I would be willing to bet these are the exact same animations, but it just looks different because we're seeing it from the front versus the back.
Maybe.
Do you think it's also because the models will be different because they've got different body shapes, obviously?
Yes, and that might be the problem. Because it's
do you
the same
think
animation.
that the body shapes aren't fitting the animation, and like
Possibly,
it's making them look squatty, like, you know, that they're leaning with their bellies out or whatever? Like,
it could be that. Look, it could be that they're mid-turn as well. Let's obviously give it that as well. I don't want to be too overly critical at this point, and I have been critical. Also, where's the officially licensed goalkeeper jerseys? We've mentioned that before. No,
hang on. I thought the ball was like hovering for a second at that start of that clip. Yeah, you want the officially licensed goalkeepers. Well, the German FA. We see the German FA.
Like goalkeepers could do with like their own kits, couldn't they? Because all the other kits are licensed. Even the referees' kits look like they're licensed, but yeah, poor goalkeepers get nothing. And there's some banging goalkeeper kits. So
it is weird, isn't it? It's like, are the goalkeepers union that against it?
I think they are. Yeah.
It's probably like a licensing thing, right?
You'd think you'd get the license for all the kits, though, going, oh, yeah, you can do the license for all the shirts, but not the goalkeeper kits. Oh, no, they're sacred.
The little template, so we'll get the same Adidas template. I don't know. I'm still excited. Like, I think we need to get into the gameplay nuts and bolts soon.
Yeah.
This is all visual so far, and I need to know, well, how many clicks does it take me to go through and do something, or what happens when I try to talk to a player, or I'm trying to sign a player? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Or like, do I have to press that button to shut my assistant up that you just showed? Go on, Tim.
How difficult a tactic's going to be in this game if I've now got two things to think about?
I'm so excited about that, if that is true, which it looks to be like it is, the in and out of possession. If it works how I hope it does, where you can actually set like completely different systems both ways, I'm going to have so much fun.
Oh, it could be incredible. I am gonna be the most defensive, horrible to watch football manager in the world. And then when we're in possession, it'll be brief, but it'll be long ball. Just like we're all on the goal line, and then three of us are up front.
I'm going Octo-Trek in defense, Octo-Trek in attack, and then everyone back for defense, and just see what happens.
Yeah. My most defensive player is going to be a libero.
The libero, yeah. They won't be called a libero now. It'll be called an advanced playing further back or something.
A dribbling, playmaking centre back.
Yeah. Which one did you both missed last week? But we saw some new player roles. So there's now the playmaking winger, and there were a couple of them we saw crop up. Oh, there was like a ball playing midfielder, but also advanced playmaker, and also something else. It was like a little trio of playmakers in the midfield.
Sort of what you got now, isn't it? Really, I just want grubby fullback. I want dirty midfielder, hard
naughty
bastard.
Striker.
yeah, just for Cockney, naughty striker.
I want a filthy keeper.
Give it to Danny Dyer.
This keeper's wearing no gloves.
She breaks her ankle. She's broken her ankle. Yeah, but Danny Dyer's daughter, Danny Dyer, that is.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you both looked at me blankly. She's had to pull out Strictly Come. I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing, and I know nothing about Danny Dyer's daughter, Danny Dyer, other than it was on my BBC.
But yet you know her medical history and current medical status.
It's the news today. It's the news.
How many weeks outside?
She had to drop out. Oh, she's dropped out the tournament.
Jeez.
I don't know if you call Strictly Come Dancing a tournament or not. Is it technically it's a tournament, I suppose. Competition.
There we go. What a point to end the show on. We've seen the new teaser trailer for the Matchday Experience, and just let you know, Danny Dyer's daughter's injured her leg. So,
you could just say Danny. Her name is also Danny Dyer.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't think we don't give you all the information around here, folks. So there we go. What are we thinking then? Are we going to give some scores in the doors? Si, you're still excited, Matt?
Aesthetically, I'm still thinking it's like an 8, but I'm apprehensive.
Si?
Yeah. See, I'm at the point where I'm thinking, like, I'm optimistic. It's got to be good. I'm optimistic but concerned that. Do you know what? Like, I won't care about the anime. Like, we've dealt with the current match engine for how long? Like, the current animations for how long? I'm not going to pick up because they're ice skating. I don't care. Like, as long as it looks like football and the tactics work and whatever, to some extent, And I'm also not someone who's going to be like, oh, the game's broken. Like FM24 is broken beyond belief. Like some people online. If you plug in a Gegenpress, you download it online because someone's min-maxed it. Yes, it is broken, like any video game. I just want to score lots of goals with my fun team that I assembled at Brackley Town and win the Champions League with them. And if I can see Brackley Town, what I want is lifting that Champions League, but in front of like a really tiny stand with like the trees and the terraces in the background, a little burger van and stuff. That's what I want. And I want
playing at home in the
good.
Champions League final.
Yeah.
That'll be lush. Yeah.
Yeah. And the confetti comes down from the top, but the stand isn't tall enough for the confetti to come down from. So the confetti is actually just being dropped out from the sky. It's raining confetti.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So what we want then is the Champions League final played in the Faroe Islands. That's what you're hoping for, isn't it?
The Champions League final won't be. Yeah, it'll have to be the Premier League because the Champions League final will be played at a final ground. No, we just say the Premier League.
Okay. Excellent. Well, hopefully we'll see some more in-game stuff over the next coming weeks as we, of course, gear up towards release day, 4th of November, I believe. Is that what they said? 4th of November will be the release day. So what we should probably do, as Aaron's just joined us right at the end of the record, by the way.
Aaron, what do you think? What do you think?
Better late than never, mate.
It's like the group project. He's going to get a full grade for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's going to stay perfectly still and hope that no one sees
he's going to talk.
Sorry.
Where are you? Well, go on, speak up then. Come on.
You got to tell us.
Shout with the rest of the group.
No, I'm live now. I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you first. I can hear you now. I didn't realize you're still in the podcast recording.
Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the FM show. We've got a full lineup tonight.
No, as I thought you go into a waiting room. I didn't know like if I click it, I go straight into the actual thing. I thought there would be like you have to approve me.
I think
Whoops.
No, we decided to change the lobby settings because we figured too many clicks, which might be a link to a follow-up episode coming up. And very quickly then, Aaron, what's your views before we go into Patreon?
I'm just excited. I liked every single part of that video. The only part I irked me a little bit was the match screen. I just don't like a solid color as a background. I like the pitch being in the background because that makes me feel like I'm in the game still, like in the match. But just that having that solid background is just very difficult to be like engaged in the match. But other than that, very excited.
Ooh, a little bit of optimism at the end.
Say again?
A little bit of optimism. We haven't been quite so optimistic.
No. Oh, god damn. I can't wait to watch this back. Oh, Lord.
No, yeah, it's not quite like that. The meme of like, is it Danny Glover turning up to the with a pizza and not Danny Glover, Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
It's not like Danny Dyer turning up with pizza.
Who's Danny Dyer's daughter?
On crutches. He's broken a leg. Going, oh shit.
Nah, I'm excited.
It's not quite that bad.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think someone said something similar earlier, is that we've been waiting 2 years, so I think the excitement is just having a new game. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah. 2 years is a very long time.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's have that as the final thought then, right? Okay. The excitement levels are here. Aaron, since you are here, do you want to plug the Patreon and tell people where they can get extra content, including the network save, which we're about to record right now?
Yes, we are. Make sure you log on to patreon.com/the FM Show Pod. That's patreon.com/the FM Show Pod, where you can support the channel from as little as £3. But there's a little cheeky trial in there for you as well. There we go.
7-day free trial. Come and try it out, and then forget to cancel it and continue to pay £3 a month afterwards. That's the best way to do it, folks. Support the channel that way. And Si, where can they follow us on social media?
At the FM Show Pod on Instagram, TikTok, X,
X gonna give it to you.
YouTube.
I think we're even on Blue Sky, if that's still a thing. And we
Yeah,
have
we haven't posted. We haven't posted on Blue Sky.
Not
I mean,
really.
maybe we will at some point. If X, every time we say X is going down the pan, we still post on X because
Literally.
it's where everything gets posted. Did Foot Manager put the announcements on Blue Sky? I don't know.
Don't know. You can
Miles
also drop
is
us an
on Blue
email as
Sky.
well, the FM Show Pod
Intrigued.
at gmail.com. So send us some emails. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll see you back next week. We might know some more at that point. We might not. We don't know. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled. And appreciate the support as always. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you all on the next one. Bye now.